Hola amigos, hola amigas, welcome, bienvenido, croeso y salam, welcome to the channel y'all, chesh dun yakshi mash, good day y'all, ni ho and hey. Right, I think I've covered everybody. So today we are going to be doing a video on this little Stirling engine. Now, some time ago, I would say 18 months, possibly 2 years ago, I did a video on a little Stirling engine that I had, which you put the heat underneath and the Stirling engine would turn. So I saw this one on Instagram advertised, so I ordered it, and this is the company called Should Be He. Thank you for your purchase. And it is a 16-cylinder hot air Stirling engine motor model. Best Christmas gift for kids, hot air Stirling engine motor model ×1. It was $39.98. So in total with shipping, it cost me $46.97 USDs. There we go. And so yeah, so that is it. So this is what we're going to be doing today, unboxing. So there was an outer boxing and then this, and this is what it came as. So I think I'm going to have to turn this upside down and remove it. Ooh, that's pretty. Let me put you there. So let's take off all the little parts that it comes with, hose, and there we go. That is part of the Stirling engine. Wow, that's really cool. Right, okay, let me, that LED light is flickering, hang on. There we go, that's better, that stopped the flickering. So here are the instructions or destructions. Have a look and see what we got. Stirling engine instructions. The screw cannot be screwed too tight. The wick shall not touch the glass tube. Keep apart. Front and rear adjustment glass tube. Screwing in. Front and rear adjustment of glass tube. Glass tube and can't die. So it is immortal. Pencil, left and right adjustment, put in axis 90 degrees. No water added, no refueling, 95% alcohol, glass balance, there can be no wind, no candles, do not use gasoline or diesel. So that's the instructions, which are as clear as mud. Let's take this thing apart and see what we got. So we've got a tube. Let me get little scissors. Okay. Looks like a piston. Now, as you guys know, I am not an engineer in the slightest. And I'm absolutely not an expert on Stirling engines, so this will be a feat of magnitude that if I can get this to work, then truly anybody can do it. I probably at some point will have to stop and have a look for a YouTube video. Is that a spare one maybe? Looks the same. Could be a spare one. Doesn't look promising if you get spare parts given. Right, okay, so we've got 3 of them. I don't think it's spare parts, but we'll soon find out. Right, so this is what we have. That is the base. They look like little protective covers over it. This is supposed to be for children? No way, I would never give this to a young child. With heat and flames. Right, okay. What's that? That's not on here. What? Right, and you do need them, so I'll put them there. So that's that part. Does that go in there? Right, so that goes in there. Right, I need a little screwdriver. So that goes there. And that goes on okay, hang on. Okay, so if you can hear chatting in the background, it's Phil. Hello, Phil.
Hello. I'm doing a video, I didn't realise.
No, don't worry, it's all right. It is a Stirling engine. So it's a little heat-powered engine that turns around. And the instructions are in literally gibberish.
I don't speak that, sorry.
Exactly. So I think I've got this right. I'm going by pictures here. So that looks like it would move up and down. That seems to be moving. Now it says to tighten this up, but not too tight. So let's just screw that in.
What, is it a model or?
Yeah, it's like a little model engine of some sort, powered by heat.
Hang on, powered by heat, how does that work? What?
There's a little pot with you put some methylated spirits in. And you light it, and then it heats up the end, which causes a vacuum.
Right.
And yeah. But that is that's going across too much. So what's occurring? Oh, this thing is so confusing. You should be doing this. You're the engineer.
Oh god, I've done enough of that. That's going to be an interesting video if you're so quiet.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to read these instructions, and it's literally like there's going to be a lot of editing in this video, I feel.
I was going to say, do you want to send me a picture of the instructions, if it's even worth sending me a picture of them?
Yeah, if you can speak Japanese, Chinese.
Oh. Right, you didn't say it was in Japanese.
Well, there is English, but it doesn't quite make much sense. Pencil.
Gibberish and Japanese are a different language as far as I'm aware.
Left and right adjustment. Right, okay, so I think you can actually bend this a little bit to make it fit better. Right, okay. That kind of makes sense that you can bend it. Right.
Okay, now I'm really confused.
Okay, there we go. So bending it does make a difference. Right, okay, that makes sense. Right, let's tighten this back up again. Not too tight, but tight enough to hold it. Okay, let's tighten up these two bolts at the bottom. Okay, so I think we got that far, and that seems to spin freely now because I can move it. Okay, next is this side, and there's a little bit of rubber tubing which goes onto there. So that's the rubber tubing. Then on the other side, that goes into there, but I have to loosen this side up. See on Instagram?
Oh,
You know the shopping adverts that are on Instagram?
right. Asking for trouble.
Well,
Clearly, because you're struggling. What's it actually called?
Stirling engine. Right, and there's a measurement on it as well, so you have to have it at a certain point in.
So this thing, there's got to be a maker, you know?
Maker.
Or a brand on it or something?
Nope, it just says Stirling engine.
Oh,
The company I bought it from, the box, you got to be joking, it's brown. That's it.
right.
It is a 16-cylinder hot air Stirling engine motor. I will share the photograph with you.
That is not helpful in the slightest.
Well, imagine that with instructions.
By that, then the instructions are going to be useless as well, aren't they?
Wah, wah, wah. Right, okay, I think I've got it on. It says not to do it too tight, but tight enough that it holds it, so that's too tight.
What gets me is it doesn't look like very, very good at Stirling.
It's not doing a Stirling job.
Mini hot air Stirling. Ah, that's what that. Right, I've got better images. Right.
So that fits onto there. One of those little rubber stoppers goes on there. One of the little rubber stoppers goes on the other side to stop that from coming off.
Okay, weirdly, it doesn't look that complicated.
Well,
Because I'm looking at the actual picture of it.
you are talking to me now.
Point taken.
Whoa! Why do you need enemies when you got friends like that? Honestly.
I'm sorry, I'll say how it is, you know.
Me. Right, okay, so I think I've got it. So it's just a bit stiff, she said.
Maybe back the nut off a bit slightly.
Right, so it looks like the picture, except it's not exactly.
Does it need greasing or something?
Oh, I did that with my last Stirling engine and completely knackered it. I think it's basically the air pressure in it which is supposed to be what it's doing. Right, according to that, I think that looks pretty much right. They give you lots of spare things, which is never promising when you're given spare parts, is it really?
No, because you never know.
No. And then this little jar.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out where that goes on here. I think that goes at the front of the bottom, yeah, with a bit of string sticking out.
Yep. So I need to get some. I need to put in some methylated spirits. So hang on a second. I'm gonna get some meths. Okay. So I have what I think the engine put together the way it should be. So yes, dum dum dum. So I've got my little jar, and I've put the wick through the wick holder on it, and fed it through like so. So I've got a little funnel, and now I've also got some methylated spirit, and I'm going to pour in the methylated spirit hang on. Right. Oh, but you're in it. Do you mind being in it?
No.
Okay. Right. So there we go. There's Phil. I pressed stop by mistake. So I'm going to pour in a little bit of methylated spirit. And keep it far away. Put the lid back on the methylated spirit bottle. And gently feed the wick in.
Oh, right, so the wick is actually part of the lid. Okay.
What I need to do now is to wait for some of the wick to absorb the liquid, because it's still dry at the minute.
Now I see how it might work.
So I'm just going to give it a minute now for the wick to absorb the methylated spirits. Oh, it has already. Right, okay. Oh, here we go. Well, I've got a fire extinguisher next to me. Does that say anything? Right, so here goes. Nothing. So let me light the methylated spirits. There we go. So there, can you see the flame, Phil?
Yes, I can. That's doing all right.
All right, let's put this underneath here. And I'm just going to keep turning it every now and then, because it has to heat up and cause pressure. It's like starting it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Does it feel like it's doing it?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at that. That is so cool. That is amazing. It's getting faster.
It is, yeah.
This is like a science experiment. This is supposed to be a kid's thing.
Well, I was going to say, isn't it like a science toy type thing?
Oh, it's going for it. It's going for it. So I didn't think I'd get it working in the beginning, to be honest, but I'm quite pleased that I have. I know. Well, when it comes to anything, exactly, when it comes to anything like this, of course I have little faith. I don't think I'd be able to power anything with it.
Maybe. Don't know what though.
But if you had a big enough Stirling engine, maybe you could power your car with fire. Actually, adding this to your car would probably help it. Wow, wow, wow.
To my old car, yeah. Be more reliable.
That is awesome. I am chuffed with that. So there we go.
All you need to do is stick a belt on the big wheel
Yeah.
to a little alternator generator type thing, and then run a few wires from that to your phone, and you're happy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your next project. There you go, you got a week. Get fast.
It even sounds like a single piston engine of some sort. Do you know what I mean?
Sounds just like my old car.
It does sound like your old car. Probably it's more powerful than your old car.
It probably is.
That's the worst thing about it. So there we go, guys. If you do see one of these little Stirling engines, the one that I saw advertised, oh, it's really going for it now, was you didn't have a little thing of methylated spirits. What you had was a you filled it up with lighter gas, from a
I was
tin.
just about to say, was it lighted though? But that sounds quite dangerous.
Yeah.
I would imagine that would just go bang.
But this one that arrived isn't exactly what I ordered, but it's still really cool. Oh, it's slowing down.
Going down.
No, it's going back. Yeah, this is definitely like your car.
Yeah.
Oh, it stopped. What happened? Hang on. Here we go. Restart it. Restart.
Yeah. It even stopped randomly, like my old car did. Maybe put the thing more under the thing, because it's just under the edge. As in, put the flame more under it, I think. There you go.
Yeah, I think you're right. There we go. What I think I will do is put a tiny bit of lubrication in this part here.
It sounds very rattly, doesn't it?
So let's put you back there. Let's remove the flame and blow it out. There we go. Let's let it cool down. Because it's still going for it with the heat.
Yeah.
Ow. I keep hitting my head on that stupid pull down light I got. Very, very thin.
What about that tiny little rod on there as well? On this side, where the rod's connected.
Oh, this one, yeah. There.
Yeah.
And the rod on the other side. And the motor there. Right. Okay. Let's light it. Okay, let's let it heat up. Come on. There we go. Oh, that's better.
It's quieter, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's going 10 to the dozen now.
How long does that fluid last?
I think I've used about half of it so far. It burnt off. Wow. That is really going for it.
Yeah. That's how efficiency works. If you've got the lubrication, you get better bang for your buck.
Yeah, exactly. But they do give you 2 spare test tubes.
Okay.
These parts, and they give you a couple of extra spare parts as well.
Don't quite get why it randomly stops though.
No. Does it get too hot to...
Possibly, yeah.
Let's try moving it to the edge just a bit. Oops.
Can you feel the pressure or?
Kind of. Ooh. Right, let's let it cool down. Oh no, what's occurring? Oh, I think that was it. I don't know. I don't understand why it's not working now.
Yeah.
There's like a little stoppery thing in there, like a, I don't know whether it's made of plastic or something.
What, could have melted away, do you think? Or...
Possibly.
The only thing I can think of is where it was going too fast, the piston rings could have worn away. So it's not getting the compression anymore.
Right, I think what I'll do, I'll let it completely cool down. And see if just letting it cool down makes it work again. So I'll come back once it's cool. Okay, guys, so we're back. There's Phil again, still watching. What happened was when I let it cool down, I noticed that this little test tubey thingy had cracked. So what I've done is I've lowered the wick down, so it is not exact. I think it needs to have more height. But anyway, so let's try it again. So I've replaced the tube and I've made some slight adjustments on it, so hopefully it'll work again. So let's light it. Let's see if we can get it started. Let's let it get some heat in there. Come on. It's not going, Phil. What have you done?
I did nothing.
So all the fun for everyone for 5 minutes.
Yep.
No, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and find out what's going on. Because there's plenty of heat underneath the Stirling engine for it to go. But it's just not kicking off. Oh well. I think that's the end of the video. So we had marginal success. If you want to see how good it was, just watch the beginning of this video and delete the rest and don't watch it. So I will have a look and see what I can do. But there we go. There's a little gadget review that went horribly wrong. So thank you very much for joining me today, Phil.
That's alright.
And for everybody at home watching, thank you very much. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.